Thanks for visiting Buffzone.com. My name is Kyle Ringo. I'm the CU beat writer for the Daily Camera newspaper. With me, as usual, is veteran Daily Camera sports columnist Neil Welk.
We apologize. We were hoping to have Uga on with us today, but Uga had earlier responsibilities and couldn't join us. Speaking of Uga, that was a dog-ugly game last weekend, Kyle, against Arizona State.
Yeah, it was, Neil. Neil, the Buffs have serious problems on offense. They can't seem to move the ball with any kind of consistency, especially in the second half when the opponent has kind of figured out what they're trying to do in their game plan. They ranked 115th nationally offensively, and this week they go to Georgia to play the number 5 overall defense in the nation. Could the Buffs' long streak of scoring points in a game finally come to an end this week?
Well, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen this weekend. Obviously, Georgia has a great defense. They've given up an average of, 4 points a game this year so far. They're playing better and better. They've got a new quarterback who they're trying to protect a little bit, so they want the defense to take care of business out there. But I do think that the offense did show some signs of getting better last week, Kyle. I like the way that Hugh Charles ran the ball. I would have liked to have him put his head down and run a little bit harder toward the end zone when he got down there close. But there are some signs of improvement. I think you're going to have to measure this team's improvement in small increments. They've gotten better every week. I think they'll go down there and give them good representation of themselves when they play at Georgia this week.
I think the only way the Buffs have a chance of beating Georgia, and this is a slim, slim chance, is if the defense wins the game. And I'm talking about the defense scoring the majority of the points. Georgia is starting a freshman quarterback, and that's if he starts. Tereshinski has said he would like to try and play as soon as possible, but Matt Stafford is the starter right now. He's a true freshman. And if the CU defense can somehow force him to make some mistakes, maybe return an interception for a touchdown, maybe get some more turnovers, I think that's the only way the Buffs win this game.
You said turnovers, and that was a very positive from last weekend, Kyle. I mean, the defense went out. They forced a couple of Rudy Carpenter turnovers. They got some interceptions. They played well. That's a 14-point. They held them to 14 points till the very end when a missed punt, gave Arizona State one more touchdown down the stretch. I like the way the defense is playing. I think they're becoming more aggressive every week. They're feeling more comfortable with their sets. I like the way the pass rush is still putting pressure on people. And again, the secondary seems to be getting better every week. The defense is improving. You're right. That's what has to happen this weekend. If they're going to have a chance down there, the defense has to get Georgia on their heels. They have to put the Bulldogs back, make them panic a little bit. I don't see that happening. But again, I've been optimistic all year long. I think they're going to play better than most people expect down there.
Neil, you picked the Buffs to beat Arizona State last week. And I said I didn't know when the streak would end. It's grown to 7 games now. The Buffs have lost 7 in a row. Last time they won was against Missouri in Folsom Field last November 5th. When is this thing going to come to an end?
It's going to come to an end in the next couple of weeks. I honestly believe that, sometime in the next couple of weeks they're going to win a game. I think they're going to either surprise Georgia. That's a long shot, but I do think they have a good chance in Missouri. I think Missouri is not quite as good as people have given them credit for. I think they're playing over their heads a little bit right now. I like CU's defense. I'll take my chances with them, but I think it'll come to end sooner than most people think.
CU, in my mind, has no shot at Georgia. They're not going to beat Missouri on the road at Missouri because they never play well at Missouri. And after that, I have no idea who the next victory comes against.
Well, see, that's a reason for people to tune in next week and see what we're talking about on Buffzone to see which one of us is right, because it's usually me. Thanks a lot for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Arizona State.